Year's Eve tonight, and I'm so excited, mostly for this year to be over, but also for Carter's DIY sushi night, and I'm so ready just to begin a new, fresh year, especially when the year is my lucky number, 17. It's just gonna be great. Every single year on New Year's Eve, I make time to meditate, reflect, and then write a letter to the universe. I got this idea from Christina Perry's blog about 4 or 5 years ago. Every single year on Tumblr, she would post this huge letter called Dear Universe, and it's just like a little reflection to the world and to yourself, and I really loved that idea. And then I realized every single year she would share her resolutions and every single one would come true, and I wanted that success, that personal success, you know? So I thought maybe if I start doing the same thing, magic will find me, and it has. And this is the 4th letter to the universe that I have written. Last year I opened up and I shared not only my 2015 letter, but my 2014 letter to the universe, and you really seemed to enjoy that. I got such great feedback when I shared my raw thoughts like that. I understand that this type of writing is not perfect, it's just for my own journal, but when I shared it with you, I got more than I could ever ask for as feedback. I have both of these videos listed down below, so feel free to watch them. Honestly, it's really cool to see how far I've come, and just to, yeah, if you want, they're down there. Alright, moving on. If you saw my Vlogmas videos, then you recognize the dress, but I'm wearing it! Ah! And I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm just going to bounce right in, because this is a chill, laid-back video, and I need to be somewhere at 7. It is 6:15. I can do this. December 31st, 2016. Dear Universe, thank you for today, and thank you for this last year of my life. I have truly been blessed with both the good and bad that will ultimately make me a stronger, better me. This morning, I awoke next to someone that 365 days ago didn't even know I exist. This morning, I became adjusted to what I hope is part of my life for a very long time, and 2016 was just the start of it. Like every year on this eve, I have just taken the last shower before the new year, and with this I take my time. I cleanse and prepare to wash away every part of me that flakes, dries, and evaporates like dew. A baptismal, for I am new. I have just finished meditating as I do every year, focusing primarily on inhaling all of the good I can remember of this last year, proceeding with exhaling the bad. I let go of what still clings to my spine and feel my shoulders release with ease. Once I have come to a place of peace, I write this letter. The 4th one now, all because of Christina Perry's blog found on Tumblr 4 years ago, and how she does the same. We write to the universe because we are small. We write to the universe to say thanks and send out our hopes and dreams of the next year, knowing that the universe will send something just as wonderful back. We write to the universe because we are small, but we are important. We are part of something very large and very beautiful. So thank you for allowing this to exist. Me, my life, this planet, and my time on it, I value every moment. And many moments there were in 2016, some so wonderful I squeal and bounce around on my bed just thinking of them, and some so awful my throat clenches and tears all too familiar rush to the surface. Let's start with the good. I am still alive. I am breathing, and sometimes I'm breathing so fast I feel like my heart will explode of pure and utter happiness, because I felt more times this year than any year in the past the sense of completion and satisfaction, self-advocacy, and pride. I have made it. I stood tall in rooms with all eyes on me. I sat on planes taking me halfway across the country. I ran at full speed to people I felt I knew so well despite never meeting until that very moment. And in all these moments, I looked at what I saw and heard myself say, "You made it. This is it." The amount of people that I met this year that changed my life is endless. Every day a new person, whether online or on the street, touched my life in a way never before, and with that, stories of all kinds were shared. I now have friends in almost every state, every country, every continent, and never would I thought I'd feel connected to people from beyond the United States to Canada, London, Serbia, Australia even. I have friends in all places. And here I am in the same little city I grew up in, driving the same streets, living in the same tiny home, and slowly but surely changing the world. Now for the bad. I think there was a sense of loss surrounding my spirit this year, a loss of others, a loss of myself. There was a large part of me missing. We said goodbye to a teacher so grand I have never seen a funeral that large of loved ones. I lost a large portion of myself this last year. I hadn't really realized that until everything about me was different and someone was screaming this into my ear, but I refused to listen. I didn't feel myself, and I didn't know what was going on. I was so lost and upset at all that I had lost, who I had lost. Some came back into my life. but only to be ripped apart once more. And the second, in this case the third, goodbye is always much harder than the first, because you know what's coming. Because you know what life is like without them in it, and you know what it's like with them there beside you. When she left, I don't think I knew what to do with myself. So I started acting like somebody else. I went out a lot. Like, a lot, and mostly with people I didn't know, who didn't care, and wanted nothing more than what I was willing to give them. For a while, the answer was everything. And then it was nothing. And that's exactly how I felt. There was never a year gone by where I felt more like myself and far, far from it at the same time until now. 2016, I felt so myself I could have screamed it from rooftops in California at VidCon, the peak of Thunder Mountain at Disneyland, but 2016 I also felt completely and utterly at a loss of myself. I found my body crumpled up in the fetal position of my bedroom, the bathroom floor, the driver's seat of my car, just waiting for the other end of my phone call to come pick me up and save me. I didn't like hitting that place. But I have a lot of good friends to thank for when I did. Enough of the bad. This last year was summarized in adventure, chances, new experiences, leaps of faith into the abyss, a phoenix fresh from the ashes. For this last year, I have been making a list of everything that had happened to me that I never want to forget. I broke it up by month, a way to remind myself of the little important things, how this isn't all pointless, and that I am going somewhere. Here are some that I would like to highlight. I painted my room a light blue. I started teaching at a daycare. I started therapy again. I watched a sunrise from the sky on an airplane. I quit my job and started nannying again. I saw Ellie Goulding live in concert with my father, and I was published in Bella Grace magazine once more. I traveled to Pennsylvania, California, and Washington, D.C. for the first time. I met amazing YouTubers that I now call friends. I became more in touch with my spiritual side, and I had an amazing 4 weeks teaching at my alma mater summer camp. I met subscribers for the first time in person. I remember my main goal this last year was to meet all the amazing internet friends I have in person, and that dream came true, along with so much more I could have ever asked for. I traveled so much to places I have never been, with people I had never met, and returned home never the same. I read books, watched films, listened to podcasts and people, and filled my brain with knowledge of all sorts. I have learned so much this last year, about myself, about others, about history and the galaxies, and yet there is still so much left to be learned. I simply cannot wait. I am truly happy with everyone I have met this year. Even the ones that hurt me, the ones that left, the ones that perhaps pressured me into something so outside my comfort zone, I am scarred. I needed them. I needed that lesson. I will not lie and say 2016 has been an amazing year. Granted, I am not even sure if it was a nice year to have, but I needed it. I needed it to grow, to learn from, to feel more myself, to lose myself completely, to say goodbye to toxic people, and to meet the ones that I love dearly today. If I had met who I am today a year ago, I do not think I would recognize her or know who I am. I am much more confident and daring. I drive a different car. I have a nose ring. There is an exceptional dog that I don't dislike. I enjoy sushi, and I have a tattoo in a place I was always told not to get one. I carry my camera and talk to it like it's a best friend, even in public when people look at me. My name is printed in magazines sold across the country, and my YouTube channel has not only grown from 2,000 to over 5,000 followers, 100,000 views on a video, an Instagram fan page, and unconditional love all around the world. That was not a sentence. I walked across the bridge of my city on a summer day, the last weekend of summer, and felt like I was dancing with every step. Behind me stood the skyline of my home, and I felt it lifting me up. I am proud of where I come from. I am proud of who I was, and I am proud of who I am. I have known for a long time that 2017 will be an unbelievable year. Numerology perhaps, but mostly superstition. 17 has always felt magical to hold, feel leap off my lips, my lucky number. I hear 2017 and just the word golden shoots to the surface of my mind. This year will be like no other, and I will bask at the utter awe of its wonder, curious to how I got so lucky with my life. I'll come even closer to the magic of this world, I just know it. So far, I have no concrete hopes and desires, resolutions if you will. All I want and could ever hope for is happiness beyond belief, and the chance to experience something new, somewhere new, and feel the joy of doing something for the first time. I want to travel, somewhere high, and then somewhere low. I want to emit energy all around, spread it as far as I can just to watch it race back to me. The laws of the universe at work. I will work hard and double my current numbers on YouTube, submit more writing, and come that much closer to completing credits and receive the long-awaited degree. I want to dance, whether that's in my room at 2 a.m. with a friend and early 2K pop blasting while we belt our childhood favorites, or in the kitchen with our socks on, hands to a touch. I want to dance in public and feel the world spin at my feet. I think that is what they call happiness when it walks on happy feet. So until next year, universe, thank you again for allowing me this time. I've grown more than anything else in 2016, and with every experience, hurt, hello, and goodbye, it has made me who I am and brought me to where I am today. And heck, I really love who I am and where I am right now. I wouldn't have had it any other way. And tonight, when I dance and scream and sing at Carter's as I do every New Year's, I will remember that my life is small. It is small and seemingly insignificant, and nothing seems to feel permanent enough to matter. But that is far from the truth. Yes, my mere existence is microscopic compared to galaxies, but it is an important part of something very large and very beautiful. You taught me that. And when the time turns and I find myself in the future, she will remember that too. Happy New Year. Love, your little piece of the universe. And with that, good night. I'll see you in 2017.